Well, I didn't think we had a ton of opportunities. I thought Weaver did a pretty good job. We had a couple leadoff doubles, I guess, that we couldn't get across the run. We made it a one-run game and had the tying run up there a couple times, obviously, and just couldn't push that last run across.
What did you think? Good.
No, you.
What did you think of Suter tonight?
Well, he was good. Yadier Molina got him. I mean, that was, really the story of the game is that Molina, is really the first hitter that we've seen that's had a big game against him. So, I haven't looked at the pitches yet, but Molina obviously did a nice job and got some pitches he could hit. But other than that, I thought it was a good Brett start. I thought he pitched really well and did his job.
There's been some talk lately about how much Molina has left in the tank. As you prepare for them, do you still see him as as dangerous as he's been?
Yeah, no, I mean, for sure, yeah. I mean, he's a tough out, 100%. He's a very, very intelligent baseball player. We respect him every single time he's up there, for sure.
Still, Craig, those are manageable, right? I mean, he goes solo, and you feel like you can move out of that. But
yeah.
The ball comes up with 2 outs, and
and then it's we got we brought JJ in. I thought tougher guy to bunt against, and maybe we get an out there, and we did. That worked out well. And then he left a sinker over the plate to Wong, unfortunately. And I'm thinking even one run and maybe at the most, but then we got a bunch of righties coming up, and I was hoping to get JJ through that and into the next inning, and he just made a mistake to Wong.
That part of the game was a big swing because the previous inning you had an opportunity. And is that kind of a tricky part of the game to decide pinch hit or stick with Brent? And that's I think.
Well, he was at about 75 to 80 pitches. I thought he was throwing the ball very well. He was throwing the ball very well. We got a bunt situation. It was a good situation to, and he executed the bunt. He did his job and put us in a spot. So, I thought it set us up. And sometimes you're thinking about it's a good situation. He's throwing the ball well. Another inning out of your starter. It sets up your bullpen better for the next day as well. So, I don't regret that decision. I think I'd move with that decision again for sure.
Speaking of the bullpen, how impressed were you with Torres for those 2 scoreless innings and then Hughes to come in and then?
Yeah, well, it's that was an important spot for sure. I mean, it's it gave us a chance to stay in the game, and that's what when you're coming in that spot, that's your job, is to put zeros up to give us a chance. And Carlos gave us 2 good innings and kept us in the game. Jared, kept us in there with a good inning. Manny made a really nice throw. So those guys certainly did their job and gave us a chance.
Craig, Keon got on base a few times with the bat on the ball. What did you see with his performance tonight?
Well, I think for Keon, it's just good. Some hits are good. Like we said, some results are good. But it's what we sent him to AAA to get some confidence and have a little success down there. And obviously, we know he's a player that when he gets on a roll can help us. So hopefully, as we move forward here in the next couple of weeks, he's the guy that can really help us.
Craig, the late runs notwithstanding, the offense still is not clicking, right? I mean, would you agree with that?
Well, I mean, we didn't. I don't think we came through with it. We didn't have any rallies to me that were big rallies. Obviously, it was looking for the 2-out hit again, which is. Like I said, we've done better than that, I think, for most of the season. So, we can put more pressure on the starting pitcher for sure. I think we need to put more pressure on the starting pitcher.
The question is, is it just a funk, or at some point does it become pressing? And I don't know what the line is or what the definition is, but we've asked you this before. But do you see any signs that guys are just trying too hard?
I don't know how to evaluate that trying too hard. That's a tough one for me to figure out. So I don't. That's not what I see. I see we got a couple guys struggling. I think that's part of it. run scoring is kind of sequential guys having good at bats and putting together a string of guys getting on base. That's something that we haven't done. We had we had base runners tonight, but not that big, nobody out, second and third, something like that, where that leads to a big inning. So that's certainly what we're missing. But I don't think it's trying too hard. We got to keep having good at bats, getting ourselves in good counts, and they'll start falling.
Roster move tonight or tomorrow?
Yeah, we've optioned Wong to Colorado Springs.